What is up, everybody? Monday morning dude comedy podcast, also known as PTFO, which I can't fucking change on Facebook, which is just ridiculous. But
what's new, man? What's
Jimmy,
new
your
with
audio
Facebook?
is a little jacked up. We didn't hear you.
Jimmy was flexing on Twitter today.
You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now, bud.
I said you can't change your Facebook name?
The PTFO, so you know how we switched over PTFO to dude comedy? Once you get a certain amount of following, you can't change that name. Pretty stupid, considering it's.
I need to go. Yeah, I was gonna say,
It's
didn't we
at
try this
dude
before?
comedy show, but I want to change the PTFO, which is the name of the page, to.
There's probably so many people that go on there and be like, what the hell is PTFO?
I know, it's stupid that you can't do anything about it.
How
I
was
was gonna say, I think we've done
Twitter?
this before. Oh, flex off.
Oh,
Jimmy was
was
flexing today.
oh! I got a sparkle on my face.
What was I flexing?
Oh.
No, I saw Kyle reply to your tweet. The weird flex.
I'm lost.
You didn't respond to my tweet? Oh, this is getting awkward.
You tweeted me?
Kyle did.
Fuck, I'm so irrelevant that my own homeboys can't even check me out on Twitter.
Did you just tweet?
It was when you were tweeting about your.
Oh,
construction
good
deal.
morning. Closing on a new property project. What is your agenda? Your flex, but okay.
There, now we're all on the same page.
Yeah. Man, my dad just called me. I haven't talked to him for a while, and I just had a hater button him because we just started the show.
Hey,
I need to call my dad.
hey, let's all call our dads after the show. Hey, I need
Let's
to
all
say
call our
something
dads at the same time.
right now.
No.
Let's. I need to say something really quick.
Say it,
Mint
brother.
Mobile's not paying. Mint Mobile's not paying for this right now. Mint Mobile saved me so much money. I canceled my Verizon. I'm on all Mint Mobile now,
And
baby.
I was actually
Alright.
going to ask you, it works like a charm?
So here, let me say this. So
Oh man,
a
I wish you
common.
would put that in the show.
No,
A
we can still put,
common-
no, hold on. We're still going to put our link down below for them
Yeah,
and everything.
mintmobile.com/dude-comedy. So the common, frequently asked question, which makes sense for any new cell phone provider, is how is the service? You know, because you always hear oh, Boost Mobile is only good this, whatever. So Mint Mobile, that's the common question on their website. How is the service? So I learned through doing all this, Mint Mobile rents space on T-Mobile's towers, and T-Mobile has one of the best services
Yeah.
in Washington.
They told me that in the call I did with them, but I didn't know if I was allowed to say that.
See, I don't
or
know
not.
either, but since this isn't the paid one, we can say that.
But it doesn't matter what they do or what they don't do. It's all based off their price, right?
Yes, so it is.
So you literally
insane.
plug in the SIM card, you're good to go.
Yeah, so and then me and my wife were worried about keeping our numbers and whatnot.
You
So
get to do that, don't you?
yeah, she went through the steps. It was I think 3 steps. Everything was super simple. And now we got Mint Mobile, and it's so much cheaper, and it's unlimited. Well, I mean it's 10 gigs, but
You don't
a
use
lot,
10
though.
gigs a month.
we
Especially
use
with your
4.
Wi-Fi. Yeah.
We use 3 or 4 total.
But
That's
it's
awesome,
10
dude.
gigs per card, though, right?
Yeah. So, but if you can do a plan, if Burns and his fiance or future fiance wanted to get on the same plan, there's family deals too, where you can get 10 gigs and it drops the price. I was pretty thrilled.
I mean, one thing we can honestly say is, for the most part, besides maybe ZipRecruiter, we've used most of the products.
Yeah.
Some of us use products daily, like the Lisa mattresses.
Dude, Rachel was just fucking saying last night that, because she's full-blown pregnant, she is massive.
Yeah.
And she
Right.
was just saying this is the most comfortable mattress I've ever even slept on.
And
And
this is
Giving
put
away
Lisa-
all- we need
Lisa in
plugs,
there.
man.
yeah, we're putting Lisa down. We still have Lisa, right?
I
Yeah,
think so.
Lisa's there.
So we'll get that down. If you guys, this is. We're not getting paid for shit or nothing. But the Lisa mattress is the real fucking deal. You don't
And
have
Mint
to have.
Mobile is now too.
Yeah, and the thing is, so I gave Colby my
And
Mint
Tito's.
Mobile card because
Tito's.
I'm so ingrained into Verizon. But I may think about switching over completely to Mint Mobile if this is the real deal. What are the package wise if for just me? Well, I guess we only have 2
Jimmy
cell phone
has it.
plans.
It's 15 for the first 3 months, right, Jimmy?
$20 for the first 3 months.
20
20
bucks a
bucks for-
month.
No, for the first 3
$20
months.
for the
What's
first-
after?
What?
What is it
And
after
I think
3?
it's 10 or 15, I believe. I can look. Hold on, I'll look.
Something like that, yeah.
That's insane.
It's cheap, and it's unlimited text and.
What is it after the
call.
3 months though?
I think it's 10 or 15.
10 or 15, and then here it is right here.
How?
How is it cheaper after 3 months?
All
Well,
right,
no,
so
you're
here we
getting
go.
the special for the 3 months.
Yeah, it's not cheaper. It's per month.
It's $20. You're paying.
Oh, okay,
You're paying
gotcha.
$6.33 a month. For the first
So
3.
then it's okay, gotcha. Yeah,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Yes.
That's
then after
crazy.
you do that, it is. I'm looking at it right here. So for the max plan, the most that you'll pay max is $25 for 10 gigs on this.
And you
Dude,
could,
my phone bill is like $400 a
What?
month.
How?
Well, I
Mine
have
is
like
too.
100 lines on it. And we get
I
a
only
new
have 2
iPhone.
lines, or I have 3 lines.
Do you do like the flex pay when you upgrade or whatever that crap is? Or
Well, I
Probably
usually when I
edged
get a
up a
phone,
month.
I pay it just outright, so it's not part of my bill,
Oh,
and it's still like probably around $300.
yeah.
But this is actually, I mean, the problem is Verizon. I'm
Verizon a
way
weak
out in
spot
the middle of nowhere,
service-wise.
so I have to have Verizon.
But I'll bring mine over and we'll see if I get service at your
Yeah,
house.
but no, that's sweet. Mint Mobile,
It's
man.
awesome. Mint Mobile bringing people together. What was the one sponsor that got really mad at us that we
The
all
Cigarette
vape one, the vape
The
one.
vape one.
Well, so let's talk about that for a second. Let's not even just as the sponsorship. You guys have been paying attention that like the jewels and the flavor stuff,
Oh,
like
they're in big
that's
trouble,
getting
dude.
banned and stuff.
Mhm.
So
Like
one of the
flavored pods or whatever they're
so
called.
like what does Blue Cigarette do? They
I think wasn't it Jewel was their marketing was towards children though, so
yeah, well,
Yeah,
college
but,
kids.
but and they're
stuff.
starting to figure out that they're not as actually safe as you would, same with vapes. They're not as safe as, everybody thought they would. And vaping is crazy. Like, people will I see people just holding their vape, not even smoking it, just holding it in their hand.
they carry it around, yeah.
It's like a fucking man purse, dude.
Or you'll just be walking around in public and all of a sudden you'll just see a vape cloud. You're like, what the hell?
Smell some cotton candy.
let's real quick. Let's go. Let's do a look back at the sponsors we've had.
Dollar Shave Club.
Dollar Shave.
Okay.
ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter's still a sponsor, I believe.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't even. Okay. Oops.
I don't know how.
We've had Mint Mobile.
The cigarette
lost
The
one.
monster
cigarette
thing.
HelloFresh. HelloFresh.
Hello Fresh.
No,
Fresh.
Blue Apron.
Oh, Blue Apron. Sorry,
Blue
Blue
Apron.
Apron. Blue Apron.
Lisa.
Lisa.
Was there
Lisa's been
any?
our-
Was there
Hims,
any old school
Hims,
ones
Hims,
like
Hims.
before?
We had
Hims?
Dollar Shave.
Hims.
Yeah, Hims.
Hims.
There was one there. So at the very start, there was the food one. ZipRecruiter's been there from the start.
Dollar
Yeah.
Shave was pretty OG.
Dollar Shave was at the start, and then Hims was right in that middle.
Who was our
part.
very first one? Was it Dollar Shave?
No,
I think
Blue
it was
Apron,
Dollar
Blue
Shave
Apron.
or Blue
Blue
Apron.
Apron.
Blue Apron or Dollar Shave. There was also one that we read one time, and then they were like, "Hey, these guys are canceling everything." It wasn't just us. It wasn't just us. It wasn't just us. It was
Yeah,
like you
I-
canceled
I
everything.
think it was Blue Apron because they are.
Oh
just,
no, yeah. That Blue Apron did that once.
I thought we did that one a couple times because Burns actually got some stuff
yeah.
at his house.
But speaking of
Yeah.
vape clouds, real quick, one of the funniest things I saw was in Seattle when we were playing in it was like a Sunday night like flag football league, and there's just a full team of Asians, and they all were vaping like right before the game, and it was really cold out, so the vape clouds were even more like like
Prominent.
prominent. You couldn't really see through them. And so this Asian kid just this huge cloud, and then a dude. It was right before the game started. A dude fucking ran through the smoke, like like a pregame thing where you run through the smoke and onto the field. It was pretty funny.
He Ray Lewis afterwards.
Yeah.
Hey, let's real quick talk about video games. First of all, did you guys see the Spaz from Modern Warfare 2 is coming to Fortnite?
Who?
The Spaz.
Well, it's like a gold pump now.
The shotgun.
We're getting a heavy pump shotgun, epic and legendary rarity.
Who cares?
yeah,
Fortnite
fuck
sucks
shotguns.
now.
And then Red Dead Redemption Online was announced today. It starts next Tuesday.
What?
The beta? The beta, yeah. What I've got here, let me give you details. We may need to squad up in this. I mean, we may need to
In
do
Red
some
Dead?
stuff. Red Dead Online.
Okay, that might be
You
interesting.
can have up to 7 people in your posse.
What? This
Yeah,
sounds
hold on.
fun.
Posse.
Okay. Your posse. You can gather around the fire at your camp. You can head out hunting, fishing. You can play card games. You can play the knife game with each other, battle enemy gangs, hunt for treasure, take on missions, interact with familiar characters across 5 states, or fight against other outlaws in both spontaneous skirmishes and pitched set piece battles, complete with other players or whole posses in the open world. So if we wanted to call out like another podcast, or you could go call out Ethan or be like, look, fuckwad, go get you
Ooh.
7 guys. We're going to meet you in Valentine behind the barn at 7 o'clock, and we're throwing down. We could do that. And it's like a set skirmish. Like we could get all our firepower together, our dynamite. We could have a strategy, have Burns come out of the hill, have Colby come out of the river.
That would be fucking awesome.
That'd be sick.
Or take a carriage.
Can
have
one
Colby...
team be Indians?
Is that racist?
No. I meant, sorry, Native Americans.
What we could do is have Colby have the carriage, and we could load the carriage up with like explosives, and then just have him just ride right into their camp, and then we all shoot the carriage and blow everything up.
That would be the shit. That would be my incentive to play the game because I can't be
what
playing that single player
What we do on top
bullshit.
of that is we capture a couple of them, we hog tie them, and then we have
Can
them
you do
sit
that?
under our horses so we can have the horses poop on their faces.
Can you do that?
Yeah, why couldn't you?
Jimmy's like getting all like really detailed.
Yeah, you want animals pooping on your face? What the fuck, guy?
Anyway, it comes out Tuesday. That's your video game update for the day.
Okay. No, I mean, sounds cool.
Tuesdays
Podcast
and tomorrow.
update.
Colby, I thought you were back on Fortnite with our Duke comedy skirmishes. You were having fun.
Me and Kyle and
We just
Ken
played last night,
and it was so frustrating, man. Everyone's so much.
Oh,
better.
you got the tail end of all those winter skirmish people.
Dude, we just got bopped, dude. It wasn't even fun.
Well, last night, our last game that we were going to put all our efforts into, we go, hey, let's land Honey Hole. And next thing I know, Colby's like, oh, I'm not going to make it. Well, let me get to that part. He goes, oh, I'm not going to make it. So I'm like, okay, he's going to land like Paradise or something like that. This motherfucker, once I decide to not go to the Honey Hole, I land not in Paradise, but that spot that's like a triangle from Paradise and Honey Hole. It's like a little shit town village.
Dinosaur?
Kind of by the dinosaurs, that little like it's all like cars and stuff. So I land there, and Ken proceeds to go to the Honey Hole. So Colby's at the fucking racetrack. I'm like, dude, how did you screw that up now that you're at the racetrack? And then Ken's over here fighting in the Honey Hole. I'm all by myself. And then Ken goes down.
So Colby was a bad teammate, is what you're saying.
Well, he did say his batteries died.
I jumped. I don't
know about that.
You know when you jump and then you're just like floating in the air because you don't dive bomb? Yeah. I jumped and my batteries didn't die. They just disconnected. It was just like spinning and said, please reconnect controller. And as I reconnected it, like I overdrift, like I couldn't get there. I just had to go straight down.
But he's still talking to us the whole time. So this is why I'm not believing that shit.
Did you see all the pros that didn't qualify for the $1 million tournament?
A bunch of idiots.
Tfue didn't qualify. Nick Merckx didn't qualify. Cypher didn't qualify.
Well, how did they not qualify?
Because it was open to everybody, and there was
qualifiers.
No names that were way better.
Oh, so they got sweated.
Oh, it was sweat. Like I was watching Nick Merckx last night. He was just getting absolutely bopped.
He's won a shitload of money in these things.
You said
he
was an open qualifier,
and he didn't make it.
That blows my mind.
Some of those dudes should have just automatically got in just because the name doesn't the tournament.
It's
need
still not
names?
over. I think they left. There's some kind of loophole in the wording where they could probably invite some.
Huh. Sure. Well, I fucked up one of our best podcasts that we've had to this date.
Oh, that was a good one.
It was fucking magical. The very beginning. What happened at the very beginning? Oh, because we did have.
Jimmy kept cutting out.
Yeah, Jimmy's shit kept fucking up. So and we had the Mint Mobile ad. So we do this full Mint Mobile ad read, right? And it's probably the hardest I've laughed on the show, which still makes I'm still gonna try and figure out how to recover this damn MP4. But we're sitting there doing the Mint Mobile ad, and it's over. And then Colby goes, "It's perfect for drug dealers as a burner phone." And then Jimmy's face is just like, "Fuck!" And I just sit there cracking up. Then we talked about the damn native
island.
Well, I don't get it. So we started talking about the island people, but that wasn't a current event, though, right?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was.
Oh,
yeah. The island thing happened the day before. They're
trying to get on the island now and find. They think he's buried in the sand, but they don't want to confront.
Dude, they ate him.
Oh, I thought that happened a long time ago.
Oh, it happened like Burns.
Well, it's happened in the past.
Yeah.
Yeah. Two other.
They set up the law where you're not allowed to go out there or even be around them. Well, for the main reason is if they get any of our sicknesses, it'll wipe them out.
Yeah.
Like because they have no immunity to anything we have, so it would wipe out all of them there.
Yeah, I had to correct Burns on the good show because Burns is like, they have diseases we've never messed with before, so they could wipe us out. I'm like, I don't think.
I didn't say they could wipe us out.
That's how it works. But who knows? I mean, they may.
Well, you could fart on them probably, and there's some shit in there that will fuck them up. But so I've known about that island for a while, but I thought we were just talking about an old event. I didn't know it was an actual current event. And then I saw it everywhere. I'm like, fuck, dude. What are the chances we talked about it? Now everybody else is like, sometimes viral stuff will like resurface and But
I feel like we've talked about some stuff before it went mainstream on the podcast before.
Yeah. So
Yeah, when we said Trump would win the presidency.
Yeah.
God, what else?
I want to say Kyle was. I want to go back and find it because I want to say Kyle had a nice rant where he was like, "Mark my words, man, this motherfucker's gonna win," like something along those exact words. And then we're all like, "Yeah, right, dude."
Yeah, it was like a joke. But what happened with me fucking up the podcast is I completely pressed stop record, but then when me and Burns were talking about gaming, I exited out of OBS, but it must have still been rendering in the background. So I apologize for that. You guys missed out on just a fucking spectacular.
Don't forget I jinxed it.
Oh yeah, you said it was the greatest one ever.
It was really good.
Yeah,
and it was
Kyle, me and Kyle
But Colby's a hype man too.
Me and Kyle
it was magical.
Me and Kyle were playing Fortnite after it, and Kyle just couldn't get over it.
Yeah, I was fucking depressed. I'm still
depressed. I don't think he's over it still right now.
No, I'm gonna offer it. Hey, anybody who's magical with fixing fucking broken MP4s, hit me up. I did see a lot of ways to do it. The only way I tried didn't work. But we need to get this episode back, man. There's been one lost episode before, 2 lost episodes before in the past. The one we streamed was the lost episode, and I think just the one we streamed.
No, yeah. Then we had one that didn't record. We had the one
where I didn't. Oh, with Joseph Costello that I just didn't press record.
Yeah.
Fucking Joseph Costello. Fuck that.
That was actually a pretty good one too.
Yeah. Oh, because remember we pranked him.
Messing with
Yeah.
We were trying to get him to read a fake ad or something, which he.
Yeah, we did.
Which he read it pretty normal. That was but the one last week was just crazy because we just kept spinning it into other stuff, and we were just like,
I was on one. We were all.
I hate living in the. Whoa, hey, yeah.
What's up, boys?
Hey.
How's your guys' Thanksgiving? What was the best thing you ate?
Oh man, some sweet potatoes, man, all day.
Dirt cake.
What? With like worms and fucking
Jimmy
crunched up Oreos?
Jimmy had like 50 people at his house. How many people do you know that are coming over to your house for? Like seriously, we had like 10 people.
I had 3.
I had multiple family events.
It was by far the biggest buffet of food I've had at my house. That was
cooked it all. Was it a potluck?
It was everybody, yeah.
So I typically get Thanksgiving explosive diarrhea because I overeat.
Go ahead, sorry.
The fuck? Who does that right in the middle of a fucking Thanksgiving story? God damn it! Where's the giving?
I'll be right back.
Fuck you. So I usually get explosive diarrhea on Thanksgiving every single year.
Hey, do you guys?
Shut the fuck up! What the fuck is that? Dude? He's about to get bitch slapped. Fucking flexing ass. Oh, at least I did say a racial slur on the last episode. I wasn't gonna edit it either, but I was like, I apologized for it multiple times. Kind of not necessarily a racial slur. It's I wouldn't say it was a racial slur at all. Really, it was more just because it has really nothing. Yeah, it was probably a racial slur. But so Thanksgiving diarrhea, I didn't fucking shit for 2 days after. Man, I was. And then I
called this podcast Thanksgiving diarrhea.
Yeah, sure. But like I didn't shit for 2 days, and then I think before we went and played basketball, Colby, that's when I was like, oh, it might have been after, but holy shit, it was a fucking loaf, dude. Whole toilet was full. It was fucking great. I don't get like now that I'm getting older, I don't take just those impressive shits anymore, you know. I usually like if I go play like flag football, like something where like competition wise and a little nerve to clear my system out. It's just at my old age, I'm just too mature for the fucking big loafy shit.
Can't poop anymore.
Yeah.
I want to get
but
that.
I can respect a nice turd now, though. You know.
You gotta, Kyle. You need to go down to the store and get yourself some Metamucil.
No, I got sugar-free gummy bears, dude. If you want straight, straight fucking diarrhea, eat fucking 6 of those.
Birds is trying to give you like a healthy alternative, like actual like over-the-counter thing to like help soften your poops, and you're just eating candy.
No, that's what it's. Dude, fucking sugar-free gummy bears will
My buddy got super
your
into
life.
Fiber One pills when we were in college, to where he was eating like 4 or 5 Fiber One pills and gave himself an ulcer.
Ooh.
Shout out Dave Wild.
Oh, shit.
All right, I gotta show you guys something.
Oh, this is gonna be stupid.
So
Let's
we're
see
having
it.
our annual Ugly Sweater Christmas party this year. I've ramped it up. First place is actually a 60-inch TV. I can't win it. Obviously, it's my party. But check it out. That is my suit.
Looks nice
That's
though. That
actually
ain't
pretty
ugly.
sweet though.
And check out my pants. Check out my pants.
Oh, you're gonna wear pants?
I
Are they-
like that.
Are they
though.
I
pajamas?
got a tie. I got it from that Tipsy Elves.
I wouldn't even
website.
call that ugly. That's a nice looking.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's
outfit.
actually pretty sweet.
It's pretty sick.
Tipsy Else is sweet. I bought a romper on there before my buddy's
Dude,
cruise.
there's so much crazy stuff on there.
Shout out.
There's one that has an actual like silicone boob.
Dang.
Just one boob.
Well, that inspires me to want to wear my ugly Christmas sweater right now.
We'll do it.
Because I'm gonna be spending $50 to wear it once a year,
Should
man.
we have an episode where I've got ugly sweaters. We could have an episode where we all wear a sweater.
Yeah, we could do that.
Next Thursday.
Remember when we?
Are
Remember
we
when?
doing anything for Christmas? Or are we just gonna say we are and we don't?
We
Yes,
could
that.
do
24-hour live stream Fortnite.
we could do back to old days. We could do a quad stream and see how much money we can raise.
Yeah, we could.
All bits, donations, and everything go to.
Or we could just set up a separate PayPal with, or Jimmy. We could just do it all through Jimmy's PayPal. I can like link it. We can all link it into our profiles.
It would be cool, and then we can just keep 90%, and then 10%. Because what
Just like
is at least 10%.
just like a charity would do.
It's crazy that you can do that as a charity, man.
Or a full-time business. Like,
Yeah.
that could be your whole business.
So like my next door neighbor, he does contracts for a gaming charity. You guys might have seen. It's called like GameChanger.org or Game Changer or something.
Yeah.
So he does. But I was thinking about it yesterday. I'm like that's crazy because like a lot of these big charity. I mean, there's our people up there that make fucking amazing money, you know. And then I start thinking, I'm like. It's still, I mean, just I get it, you know. They're helping out a shit ton of kids and stuff. But at the same time, it's just like okay, well, I mean, they got to get paid, but at the same time, it's just to me, I don't know. There's just that tiny little iffy part to me, you know.
Do you guys have that Tacos for Life where you're at? Where you buy a taco and they donate a taco?
No.
no.
I like a taco though. Taco sounds good.
Damn, I haven't had a taco in forever. From where?
You got
Yeah, where'd you
guys
get the
see-
taco from?
Tacos for Life. That's the company.
Oh, so Tacos for Life is
Or for every taco you buy, they donate like a certain amount of money. That's the big thing. Every purchase.
I
someone
saw
makes.
that
Hey,
Tom-
Burns, let's give Burns a whole. He was right. We were wrong. Crypto has officially
died.
Ooh,
died.
I haven't.
Burns,
We haven't
Ethereum
talked about
went
that
from
forever.
$1,200 to 110.
Eee.
The hot one that Kyle put me on went from $20 to $1.34.
What's
Do you
Bitcoin at
have
right now?
any?
Bitcoin's at 32, right? 3100.
Yeah, it's all literally crashing through the bottom. Bitcoin's at 37.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, Jimmy, the market has been down too. I lost 11 G's in the last month, so
oh,
oh,
crap!
shit.
How come?
it's just
This-
been down.
the
Like
market's
all
been
of the gains in
tanking.
2018 got wiped out in October.
Jesus.
It's,
my
it's
buddy-
smelling.
That
It's
happens,
smelling like a crash coming, boys.
Yeah, so
Is it that one you want to buy heavy?
Yeah. it is,
once the
but,
crash
like,
comes.
October.
wait for the crash to actually happen because
Dude, the crash is here. I mean,
Like the housing market's also going down.
so I saw
how
I
does the
saw-
housing market go down? Interest rates just went up again.
but there are over
I-
people so people that are in their houses now and people that are trying to sell, and then there's too many houses out there in our area, so there's not
See, it's
enough people
opposite
to
here.
go
There's
buy.
not enough inventory here.
That's bump buck Arkansas, though, dog.
Usually when the economy is good is when the interest rates are supposed to go up, though.
Wait, I gotta
Yeah.
go back to crypto for a second. I saw a tweet. It said if you would have invested $1 million in ETH at its peak, right now you would have $9,000.
Well, I was talking to a buddy.
Oh!
I was talking to a buddy who I was telling to get into crypto, and he didn't pull the trigger until it fucking exploded, and so not my fault. But he bought in at 16, and then bought in.
Bitcoin.
Yeah, bought in again at 8, 6, and 4.
No.
Yeah. And then he sent me a depressing text 2 days ago. Everybody
Dude,
keeps sending me
Can
shit.
you read the text? Can you read
He's
the
fine.
text?
It wasn't
That's
super depressing.
You want to hear the bullshit thing on the tax side of it? If you gain, you have to pay per every on the dollar for capital gains. Okay.
It's 15%, right? Something like that.
I found out today that a loss on crypto, capital gain wise, you can only claim up to $3,000 of a loss on my taxes.
Whew.
Yikes.
That's a yikes and a half right
That's
there.
a very big yikes.
Yeah.
Especially because if you
What
lost,
percentage
after
do you pay on the
If
stuff
you
that
do it the proper way.
also the point of crypto, so you never get charged. You never get charged.
See, Jimmy,
Nobody's
let
looking.
me hook you up with some index funds, man. Let you keep you nice and safe.
Sounds like you're not doing too hot yourself.
Dude,
it's playing the Qs.
It's down. I mean, October's always usually bad, but dude, it's up since I opened it. So
You playing those
Do you
triple
sta- Do you
Qs?
stare at it every day?
no, I try not to look at it. I just every quarter maybe.
It's really irrelevant because it doesn't matter what it is unless you actually were going to use it.
Yeah, you have to pay a penalty if you take it out early. So
10% or whatever.
yeah.
Well, I'm putting all my
Plus, you got
eggs.
to pay gains on it too once you take it
Let's
out.
just all take a dark horse to win the freaking Super Bowl, man. Just put all of our savings into
Let's
it.
all
Seahawks.
let's put all our money in junk stocks and bonds. Let's do it.
Penny stocks, pink sheets.
All
pink
my
sheets.
eggs are in this Atlas
actually what you're
Empire's
supposed to
basket,
do,
ladies and gentlemen.
If the economy is
all
bad,
your
like,
all your money's in your app.
Actually, not really, because I mean, I did a small portion was from an investment, like the first investment a long time ago, but the majority of my shares are from working with them. So can't really call it, but it's my biggest hope because outside of that, we fuck, boys.
You got the lock show.
Hey, this podcast is
I know,
about
I
to be
need to make an
sponsored by
episode.
crack cocaine. At this
Hey,
point.
we have a Robin.
Money.
Hey, we have a Robin Hood ad too, right?
Today,
No.
we
No,
don't.
not today, but we have Robin
Oh.
Hood as a sponsor.
We
Oh,
did have
no.
Robin Hood.
So if you guys want to see, they're not sponsoring the show. If you guys want to see your money go down right now, let's see what it's doing today. Let's take a quick peek see here.
well, you
Yeah,
can,
so
you can
the
get a
thing is-
freebie ad though on Robin or a freebie stock on Robinhood, right? Has anybody actually
Yeah.
done it?
Something
It's a
on the
blue
index
chip
fund.
stock,
Hey,
too. It's like
the Dallas on 300 points today, boys. It's making a comeback. All right, we're
But
fine.
this would be the time, though, right? This would be the
now
time to
it's
get
gonna
on
be- yeah,
Robinhood
because it's,
to get your blue chip stock.
It's fourth quarter retail stuff, so
Hey, put
I'll
all
tell
your
you what
money
you
in
need to
Costco.
invest in. Invest in Disney.
the Nasdaq, the New York Stock Exchange,
Right,
and the Dow
Colby?
is all up
Yeah,
there.
invest in Disney. They
Dude,
got a bunch of big movies.
Disney's lineup next year for movies is they're going to make so much money. You got The Lion King, you've got Captain Marvel, you've got Avengers 4, you've got Toy Story 4. What else was there? There's
They got the Dumbo one,
Dumbo. I mean, there's
Aladdin.
Aladdin, real life. I mean,
Here's
there's
what's
a ton
crazy,
of them.
dude, is that we can sit here, and in 5 more years, they're gonna remake a Little Mermaid into a real one. Like Disney can take all these cartoons, like Dumbo, Aladdin, and Lion King were already all like some of their biggest hits of all time, and now they can be like, fuck it, let's just do the exact same movie
That's what
again,
they're
but
gonna
make
Is
it
that what
real.
it's gonna be though? Like that when
Yeah.
I was like, oh, the Lion King, had some nostalgia, but then I'm like, is it gonna be the same exact
It
It's
looks
the
like
same-
it's going to be
it's the
exact
same
same
movie.
thing.
fucking
Yeah.
cow?
Somebody put the intro, that scene where he was up on the mountain. They put the new one with the old one, and I mean, it's literally frame
Yeah.
for frame.
I mean, obviously there'll be some dialogue changes with like Seth
Yeah.
Rogen as Pumbaa and stuff, but essentially it's
How much do you think he got paid
a
to
shit
do the
ton.
voice acting on that?
A shit ton.
It can't be as much as is on screen.
Beyond- I don't know because some of those I watched a thing with the guy from Modern Family, Ty Burrell, I believe is his name, like the main dad on that, and he said that he prefers the voice acting because of you don't like you go in and you do all your stuff and then you get to like leave since he has a family and whatnot. But when you're acting like in a movie and whatnot, it takes like 4 or 5 months of your life away.
Oh, dude, voice acting would be the best gig in the world.
Yeah,
You
because
just show up in
you only have a
sweatpants.
couple people in there watching you and stuff too.
Yeah. And you show up in sweatpants and then they play the thing. They're like, all right, run these lines. And you just run your lines. If you screw up, you do it again. And it's just chilling. But Beyonce and stuff's in it too. And I feel like she's not doing it for nothing. And Childish Gambino, a.k.a. Donald Glover, like these are big.
Erica
People that had
Donde.
Yeah, they had to
Or
put some
Andre.
money. Yeah. They had to put some money out there.
Yeah, I
Oh,
agree.
yeah, they probably got money out the asshole.
Speaking
Well,
of
like
money, I
Jimmy
gotta
said,
go. I gotta go sign some money. I gotta
Weird
go.
flex, but okay.
It's not a flex. I'm paying
Quit
money.
flexing, dog.
Quit flexing on us.
Merry Christmas, guys.
All right, bye.
Bye.
You act like we're not gonna see you. It's fucking November, Jimmy. Bye.
Bye.
I keep forgetting.
Hey,
it's
read
December.
his Twitter post.
Twitter
Here,
post?
I will.
It was funny that Birds called him out at the game.
Let's see. Let me see here. Jimmy on the old Twitter. I don't know. Somebody explain the process behind this fucking tweet. Okay, we're gonna bash him because he just left early. Somebody explain this shit. It says, "Good morning. Closing on a new property project later today. What is on your agenda? Like, what the fuck are you losers doing? Look what I'm doing, you fucking losers.
Right?
Look at me, you fucking losers."
I'm out here on the grind, man, getting this bread.
I saw a thing I saw was like about someone was making fun of Gary Vaynerchuk, and they were like, if this motherfucker took a day off, he'd be the first guy who ever tells you never to take a day off to compliment himself for taking a day off. And then sure enough, like 2 Sundays ago, he did this whole thing where he's like, much needed day off with the family, you know, and like just live did his whole day while taking a day off. And it's like he really did do exactly what the meme said he would do. Like, hey, I'm such a hustler 360 days of the year, but those 5 days that I take days off, I'm not taking a day off. I'm still shoving it down your face that I'm better than
why
you.
the fuck are you gonna tell people about your taking a day off on your day off? That's what I have. Lots of pet peeves when it comes to like social media. You know, Jimmy likes to do about 100% of them. Like, and he knows that I always give him shit. Like when he'll go to the gym and he'll start filming around, he's like, nobody else is here, but the grind never stops. I'm in here fucking Saturday morning. Nobody else in this fucking town with 8 people in it. None of the 8 people are here in this fucking gym with me. Fuck you. Look at me. You know. Fuck you, Jimmy.
So you're like flexing or whatever. I've been watching these. I'm trying to think of what the name of the YouTube channel is now, but they basically like have like 1 or 2 people, and then they bring like a group of people, and they have to like guess something about the person, like guess the affiliation, political affiliation, guess if someone's gay or straight.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Shit, what are they called? I can look right here.
I can't remember, but like they had one where it was like guess my income, and they had like they had like 10 people line up, and I was trying to like guess along with them, and like there was like this woman who looked like she was like maybe her mid-20s at best, and looked like someone who maybe like just judging her based on looks, maybe like a retail worker or like a student. Turns out she makes like 30 grand a month being a life coach. The fuck is a life coach?
What?
Cut, Burns. It's called cut.
Yeah, she was like, yeah, I make like between 20 and 30 grand a month. I'm a life coach. I'm like, what the fuck does that even mean?
It's the people that do the stuff that we used to post. That's like strangers play beer pong for the first time, like strip beer pong. Bartenders guess which one's underage. Like, yeah, it's that one, right, Burns?
Yeah, cut. Yep, that's it.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now.
I've noticed I have
23 million views on that video.
The most recent one?
No. This is like one of their most popular ones. Their most popular one of all time we posted. It was Grandma smoke weed for the first time.
Oh, those type of people. And they do like the awkward one where like people kiss the first time they meet.
Yeah, that's what this is. Yeah, right here.
Yeah.
All right, so
no, they kill it.
I gotta figure out what a life coach is. Seriously.
Well, let's look.
What is a life coach?
I'm gonna look the girl up.
Are you just supposed to go Gary Vaynerchuk on some of this? Speaking of Gary Vaynerchuk, God, that guy, like,
it's a person who counsels and encourages clients on matters having to do with careers or personal.
Gary Vaynerchuk, dude.
He's a life coach, yeah. So here's the thing with Gary V, right? And I feel like the 3 of us are all kind of in the same boat when it comes to like the social media and what it takes. Like we all kind of see like how we could pinpoint Ninja at his peak when other people will be like, no, he hasn't peaked. But we all agreed that he hit his peak. He's not falling off like to be irrelevant, but he's not ever going to be.
He's never going to have that same high as when he gamed with Drake.
Gary V, I loved all of his stuff when he was like the no-name kind of like coming up guy, you know, like he obviously he was rich and whatnot, but he like had the same personality and everything. But then one day it took that turn for me where I like unfollowed him on everything because it was just way too fucking much.
Oh yeah. Well, it's basically I will never trust anybody such as like Gary Vaynerchuk that just like preaches shit that's unrealistic. You can't realistically fucking grind 100% of the time, every fucking day, grind. You know, you can't do that. Like, you literally can't do that. But he preaches for you to fucking do that when you literally can't do that. And it's not healthy to do that. Fucking put your shit down, you know. Put your shit down, take a fucking day off, you know. It's literally impossible to do that, but he preaches it like that's what he does. I never fucking stop grinding, like that's me. I never fucking stop. Like, look at me, I'm taking a day off. Like, that's not, and that's not what he does. He acts like he does, but he doesn't fucking do that. He takes his time off. He
has a team of motherfucking editors for everything.
Yeah, he puts his shit down. He fucking relaxes, because if you don't relax, then what the fuck is the point? Like there's a stretch where we were like, for the dude comedy stuff, which we couldn't maintain it, but like from the time we woke up, from the time we went to sleep, it was fucking articles. That was fucking shitty, you know?
That reminds me of another cut video where they were asking people's political affiliations, and there was like one guy, and he had like work boots on and was like kind of dressed up like someone who like works like kind of maybe a construction job. And that ended up being like what he does, but he was saying like how he had like Crohn's disease and he's had like dozens of surgeries and has shitload of medical bills. And so the person guessing was like, yeah, this is probably someone who like wants like reform in like healthcare or whatever, like free healthcare or whatever. And no, he was like straight up like super right wing, and he was like, oh man, I work hard. I got 4 jobs. I'm like, who the fuck wants to work 4 jobs? Your life is shit.
That's why the easiest way out in life.
Man, we gotta cut that out and make that like a highlight right there. That was fucking funny, bro.
But I hate when people like.
I work 90 hours a week.
So it's a pet peeve to me, and it might sound a little bit disrespectful, but like when like a single mom would be like, "I'm a single mom and I work 3 jobs," like. Shit, bitch, why don't you just get one good one, you know? Like, it's not our fault that, like, people, the way you say it is like, that's my fault, and, like, I should care. Like, I work 1 job and, you know, try to get my, like, you know, make it work out, you know? Like, and I always watch, like, Shark Tank, and I'll be like, fuck, here come the tears. Like, people always, and I've talked about it on other episodes, like, people always have their fucking excuses. Like, one of my big things is like when somebody popular in like you know, a professional athlete, you know, like they just don't let go. They're like, I was poor growing up, living in the hood. Like, well, fuck, bitch, you ain't poor now. Like that had nothing to do with anything. Like I didn't grow up with much money, but I'll never tell people like, look at me now. Like I didn't have money. Look at me fucking now, you know. And that's one of like my biggest pet peeves, even when it comes to like a single mom who sits there and tries to say like, I gotta work 3 jobs just to break even. And I just want to be like, well, you should have fucking put like pieces together. And I mean, obviously some unfortunate things happen to people, you know. And I fucking, when I used to actually work like 9 to 5s, like I hated one job. Like I don't understand how somebody could work a 9 to 5, then go, you know,
when I
waitress
like,
or something.
The time I got
work like a 7 to 3 and then go work like a 4 to midnight or something like that.
Yeah, what is the point of living? It's like, all right, you need to switch something up because you're not living. You're literally just working, you know, until you die. I fucking go rob a bank. That's when you start thinking like, all right, I need to get some bulk money out here. I'm gonna go fucking rob some shit. Ain't nothing wrong with that as long as you don't fuck up and like, you know, kill somebody. Like, do what you want to do, man. Go get that money.
I can see why like poor people like commit more crime. Like you get to that point where like, man, I gotta try something.
Oh yeah.
Hey, realistically, like I'm no hero or like superstar or anything, but I'm pretty sure I could rob my local bank. Like there's no security or anything there. Like I'm not
the thing is you don't think there's security. You don't think there's security until
I know that part and everything, but like I've gone there before in the middle.
Like you could just like rob the teller for like $1,000 or something that they have in their till or whatever.
Yeah, I mean I could get that. I don't think I could get like to the vault and all that bullshit like before they hit the silent alarms. I know that they're trained and stuff, but as far as like the definition of robbing a bank, like going in there and then getting out with some money, I think I could do it.
I think there's got to be a better solution than robbing.
You want
to
hear like some bullshit story I heard about a bank robbery? Like this poor guy. So like he was like, I don't know if he was homeless or like obviously like really poor, but I'm not sure if he was homeless or not. But he went and like robbed a bank, and like all he was able to get away with was like $100. But
see, that's why that happens all the time though. If you go rob like a gas station.
the dude felt remorse after he like left the place, comes back to give it back, gets arrested, got sentenced to 15 years in prison.
He
If he was
brought
homeless,
money
though, it's probably
back.
good.
What?
He brought money back.
Yeah, he like after he stole 100, like he came back later like feeling bad about it. And there, he got arrested for, it's still a crime that he robbed the bank, and then he got 15 years in prison.
You see the
Jesus
evil
Christ.
genius when they send their buddy in there with the bomb on him, and then he robs the bank, then they blow the bomb up.
Yeah, that
And
was
then
such,
it was just
that's such a good documentary.
Yeah.
Well, the dude. So the reason that was such a cool documentary is because they're trying to think. Okay, was the dude that they killed involved or not? Because he walked into because the story was that the people who put the crime together like strapped this bomb to him, sent him into the like he wasn't a part of it. But then he like casually walks into the fucking bank with this thing on his neck, sucking on a sucker and stuff. We're like, why is he so casually like just sucking? Like, why would he have a lollipop? He was just fucking swag walking and shit. Like, this doesn't make any sense. And then they actually fucking killed it with the bomb.
They actually blew him up. They murdered the other guy too. I think that's when it like all the other stories.
Weren't they connected to a bunch of other murders too?
There's
like,
one other murder, and they just put the people were fucking weird because they were actually super smart, but they were fucking
like hoarder,
weird.
Smart. What's the word? Like bipolar, but like it's not bipolar. But you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, but they were all of them were very intelligent, except the dude who actually died. But it was crazy because it was just a crazy story. So like the guys like they murdered the other like husband or whatever, and just the smart dude was like, yeah, she said she murdered him, and I was like, I'll help you out. So they fucking dismembered the body and put it into his like freezer. But he tried to be like, oh, I was just helping a friend. Like it was fucking weird.
Dude, it's like they play it off as like the most elaborate bank robbery because none of it makes any fucking sense.
Oh yeah, no.
So weird.
That's one of the better series that I've ever seen though. Like of as far as like my binge scale of having to watch one more, I'm just like.
Yeah. So if people haven't watched it, it's a documentary about a bank robbery where it was multiple people involved, and the guy wasn't they claimed that they were like threatening his family or something there, or they were gonna kill him.
Yeah, something.
So they strapped like an explosive device to this guy's neck and like made him go rob the bank. And then he was like out in the cops came and he was just sitting out in the street, right? And they're like keeping their distance from him. So they're trying to figure out if this guy was like part of it or not. And then like they ended up killing him. Like
where they're trying to figure out whether they didn't think it was a real bomb because it was like a big box like locked to his neck, and he's like, "It's gonna go off! It's gonna go off!" And the dude was like, he wasn't like panic. Like if I had a bomb around my neck that was like ticking and stuff, I would be freaking the fuck out.
But that's why like originally they make it seem like maybe he didn't know that they were gonna blow it up because like
the cops aren't gonna approach him and be like, "Oh, we're covered, buddy. Don't worry."
we got you back.
But it was like this super like rigged up bomb that's like this. There's no way this is an actual bomb because he walked into the bank that had a sign that said, or did he hand the teller? I
think so.
Yeah, or he had a sign that said like this is a bomb. I mean,
I want to say that the people that were in on it never even got like the money, right? That like he had.
No,
it wasn't even that. It wasn't even that big of an explosion, and it just ripped his face off.
It was just like a directional explosion, like into his chest. He didn't even like. It's not like a hole. A hole wasn't even blown in his chest. It was just like directional.
Yeah, and it was with like ball bearings and stuff, wasn't it?
I don't think so, because it was more like there's more like the shockwave like on his area.
Yeah,
that basically
that's right.
Like that.
Yeah, it didn't rip him apart or anything like you would think a bomb would do. It was just a weird story because like the people were like super like white trash, but actually super intelligent people. Like because basically it all got pinned on the woman, right?
Yeah. Well, the dude ended up dying. The main dude, or the one that was like he got sick. And
the
died.
Dude mastermind, yeah.
And it turned out that like he went full crazy when like the family's estate didn't go to him, and then they were like trying to sell his house, which he had turned into like a hoarder house.
Yeah, it was fucking weird, but it
a lot of property.
Yeah, that's definitely one of the gems on Netflix. Like I was watching Netflix last night, and I'm just like, Jesus, like this show, like Netflix. I'm not gonna say it's gone downhill, but they definitely went quantity Jimmy style, quantity over quality. There are the shows. There are some quality shows.
I feel like you gotta dig for it though.
Yeah, but they changed the rating system, so it's like it says this is a 97% match. Like, what the fuck does that even mean? Like,
so it's stupid now. So the 97 match means based on stuff that you've watched and rated, it's 97% match. But you probably don't rate anything after you watch it.
Yeah, no. That's why I don't like. I watched. Fuck, I forgot what it's called. Like, who's the big wrestler dude that plays the Guardian of the Galaxy guy?
Batista.
So he was. It was the movie I watched last night where I don't know, fucking like a militia like took over this one town or something, the city, and like it was just on Netflix, but it was like the shittiest acting I've ever seen. Like I had no way of knowing whether and that's what the majority of the stuff is on there. Like some of the side shows with decent characters, you're like, this should be good. And it fucking sucks.
They make their bank on Stranger Things now.
Usually my Netflix experience when I'm trying to I want to see what's on Netflix, see if there's a good movie or something. I browse it for over a half hour, and I'm like, I'll just watch The Office.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I do.
Exactly.
Every time.
Sometimes there's too much stuff that's interesting. Like a lot of the documentaries I like, but like the movies are just kind of like.
Movies are pretty bad.
Bright was pretty good.
Movies are tough because you have to commit to at least an hour and 30 minutes. And if you're like 30 minutes in and it doesn't catch you, you're like, I just wasted 30 minutes. Should have just watched The Office.
Yeah.
I did just watch that Kurt Russell Christmas movie that's on there, though.
I saw that. I thought about.
Not bad. Not bad for a Christmas movie. You're looking for something to just.
Is it Christmassy or is it kind of like a comedy?
It's kind of. I would say it's like I don't know want to say a better version of the Santa Claus, but it's kind of like that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I might have to. I didn't know that was on Netflix when I was seeing.
I mean, if you're sitting around and you're looking for a Christmas movie to watch, it's decent.
Speaking of Kurt Russell, you guys see Clint Eastwood last night in that movie trailer in between the football game, like with that movie where he's like running drugs.
Yeah.
Talk about going all in before you die, man. I love that. Yeah, that looks good.
Yeah,
dude.
no, it's probably he makes good movies.
Yeah, I forgot he was. I mean. It came on. I'm like, damn, what is this? This looks sick.
But a lot of his movies are pretty similar because all he can play is just that old ass fucking man that's like
kind of badass, kind of scary.
Yeah, like I always like Kurt Russell movies. Have you guys seen Bone Tomahawk?
No.
Oh my god! Like I mean, I really like westerns and stuff, but and if you like a little like gore and stuff, like Bone Tomahawk is the fucking shit. It's with Kurt Russell and other people.
Watch the same Western movie over and over again. What the fuck is it called? I'm gonna text him. I need to say something about Netflix really quick. Legends of the Fall. My roommate used to watch Legends of the Fall hammered every time he wanted to watch something. He had the DVD, Legends of the Fall. That's what it was.
That's with the three brothers, right?
I'm gonna look right now.
It's really sad because I'm pretty sure they all die.
Yeah, Legends of the Fall.
One of them survives.
Yeah,
it's
Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt and the two other guys are probably top dogs.
Yeah, Anthony Hopkins and somebody else.
Yeah, he's the father, I believe. But no, I don't know why, but I always remember that movie because I watched it when I was younger and it's super sad and shit. And I had brothers, and then the two of the brothers die.
Okay, let me go. I know that I looked up Legends of the Fall. Netflix. All right, here's how you fix this Netflix problem. You have a thing. Or like you don't see all this stuff unless you click on like comedy. I want to see all the comedies. You have a thing that says top 100, like every other app and thing out there that has like a chart. And everyone who watches that shit, it ranks it up for you. So the top 100 documentaries, you can hit top, and it sorts it by like, oh, this one was watched 100,000 times in the last week. Hell yeah, I'm gonna watch that. Yeah. But if it's at like 7,000. I'm like, because you don't know. You have no idea. Like, you know how, like, when you were a kid or whenever school it was like, never judge a book by its cover. That's literally what we're doing now. Like, I'm scrolling, and I'm judging the title and cover by these movies because there's no other rating system.
Yeah, well, you got to think, like, how much smarter that they are in the situation. There's a reason that they did that.
Oh, for sure.
And it's definitely probably more successful than the rating system. Because now, with the rating system, that's how you would watch stuff. And, they want disbursement watching everything, So you put the rating system on there. Nobody's going to watch a 2.7 star out of 5 when that may match somebody's viewing criteria, that type of stuff. And, they get that person instead of only watching those high star ones. Now they're watching 6 movies that match them, That would be, more time on the app is probably what they're going for.
also that you made a really good point here, because then that also comes down to our reviews and rating systems that we've always talked about. Like, I buy a lot of stuff online. I never go and leave a rating, but that doesn't mean I didn't like it.
Yeah.
Whereas some of these movies, like, so I watched the Adam Sandler stand-up. Pretty funny. I didn't go back and rate it or anything, but I could see somebody being like, "Oh, not as good as Happy Gilmore, 1 star."
Yeah,
You know what I
exactly.
mean? I get what you're saying. Yeah, that's probably why they don't.
Yeah, I
do
mean,
it.
they're
It's just
tracking you and like what percentage that you watch, and like, you know, they probably have these cues whether you enjoy it. You know, they probably know way more about you than you think that they do. You know.
Well, everything does. Burns, was it you who told me to watch the Adam Sandler stand-up, or was it you, Kyle? Someone told
I
me to
didn't
watch
watch
I
it.
haven't watched it. No.
It's actually pretty. It's actually really, really good. It's really well put together. It's like
Is it?
they mix in like, it's almost like a vlog. I don't want to say vlog, but it's like, it's almost like yeah, I guess a vlog. Like, so he'll do like a little like impersonal, like not looking at the camera, like conversation, and then it will like kind of fade and lead into like a song or a joke that's live at like a stage, and then that will like fade into it. So it's not just like a typical stand up on the stage for an hour and 30 minutes,
Yeah.
Joe Rogan style. It's like it's
Kind of like the Mike Tyson one.
yeah. Or Chris D'Elia did that one too, where he kind of like bounced it between skits.
I like it.
Boner.
I like it. I love it. I
Now
want
someone's
some
gonna go
more
watch it and be
of-
like, dude, that
Is it
sucks.
crude comedy, like it's a stand up, or is it he try to keep it friendly?
It's in the middle. It's not like I would say that Rogan is MA. Rogan is, you know,
It's
definitely,
not toll booth guy. It's not that
Yeah.
type of comedy.
but it's not like it's not like anything you can't turn on in like your living room with your wife watching or like
Yeah.
type stuff. It's
Uh,
not like raunchy.
yeah, I did watch the Ron White Netflix special. Pretty good. Remember how popular those dudes were at one point?
I don't know who that is.
Ron White, because he did with Larry the Cable Guy or whatever, and then
Oh, okay, yeah. I see
then
him, I see him.
Jeff Foxworth or whoever. I believe that's all their names. But how
I didn't
it was
realize
the
that was
four
his name.
the four dudes that were just like comedy legends. I think that was back when we were in high school. And Ron White was like the older dude who just like would just
Blue
get
Collar to Comedy Tour.
yeah, dude, they fucking were killing it. And then Larry the Cable Guy, that launched him. He was making like $40 million a year, which is crazy for a dude with only one character.
Yeah, Ron
I
White.
guess The Rock only has one character.
Bill Amvigol, whatever that is, Jeff Foxworthy, and Larry the Cable Guy.
Yeah, I don't know. Remember, I can't. The Bill guy is the dude that I don't think hit it as big as the other three, but
Well, Foxworthy was. I used to have Jeff Foxworthy comedy specials on tape that I got from somebody.
oh really? Yeah,
Yeah,
I
that's
never
like-
really
he
knew.
was like- he
It's
was
a
the man.
it's a name that rings a bell, but then he did like the Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader?
Yeah, exactly. So the original one that they like kind of did a mockumentary of was the original Kings of Comedy, which was the black ones, which was Steve Harvey, D.L. Hughley, Cedric the Entertainer, and Bernie Mac, dude. That was the squad.
Bernie
Yeah.
Mac's been dead for a while now. That's crazy.
I know he was always a good kid. I watched his TV show.
Yeah,
don't-
same.
What was
Bernie
it?
Mac show?
Yeah, and he was the dad.
Yeah.
It was a really good show. It was basically Malcolm in the Middle, but
Yeah.
with Bernie Mac and black people. Like, it was really funny.
Didn't he die when he was 50 something?
Yeah.
God
Heart attack
damn,
or something like
I only
that.
got 20 years left tops.
Bernie Mac died in 2008. He was 50.
Damn.
Mr. 3000, dude. What
Yeah,
a move.
That was a great movie too.
He was killing it. Then
Oh,
he-
hey, we had a good I forgot who it was. Was it what? We had a good decent debate topic here, right? Who was falling off harder? Oh, I can't remember the other person. It was Will Smith and somebody, and then someone made the argument that Will Smith, if you're taking out monetary gain, like making money, the dude hasn't made anything good in a long time.
Bright on Netflix was actually, I thought it
Well,
was
that's
really
what
good.
they said. They said that, and then there was like the serious movie, like either 7 Pounds or the concussion one. They said was good, but they said like you take those out, he's put out a lot of crap. But he makes a
Seven
shitload
Pounds
of
was
money.
good. He just started making like more like emotional based movies. I thought Hitchcock or what was it?
Oh yeah, when he was a
Hancock.
superhero? Hancock. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was a good movie.
Well, they made a point that he was like just thrown into that Suicide Squad, and it's like that's when you kind of knew maybe he wasn't as good as he once was, because Will Smith in that movie didn't make it do any better. It still sucked.
Yeah, no, he just stopped doing action-based movies, which was what he killed. He started doing fucking like drama movies.
But that's what a lot of them do. That's like what Steve Carell, like he does all those ones now, and people always be like, "Why don't you go do The Office again?" He's like, "I like acting in these kind of roles. Like it's just fun for me."
Well, you gotta still evolve your career. Like some of the dudes that just stay like comedy all the time, there's no longevity to like their career outside of like fucking Will Ferrell,
Kevin Hart.
Yeah, but even like Kevin Hart, I mean, what, a handful of years, and like he'll never be in a serious. He's just not the right guy to be in a serious acting role.
He's pigeonholed himself into a very specific, certain comedy relief role.
Yeah.
And he's also accepted every fucking dollar that's come his way to do anything.
Set for his fucking life, though.
Yeah.
Oh, well, let's shut it down. We're 55 minutes in. What are we calling this episode?
Thanksgiving diarrhea, or
Thanksgiving
you had a good one
squirts.
about.
You had a good one when you were like, you can't do this about like what Gary Vaynerchuk says.
No, we ain't titling about Gary fucking.
No, but how he says like you can do whatever you want. How you were like you can't fucking do whatever you want type thing.
Yeah, we'll just call it Thanksgiving Squirts.
Thanksgiving squirts.
No. Thanksgiving squirters.
There you go.
Mint Mobile. I think the links will be down below. And what else? Fuck. We won't put we'll just do the Mint Mobile. I'm curious about going full-time Minty. So thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. This could be fucked up. Who knows? I'm just going to press stop and I'm not going to touch anything.
Jimmy does not participate in the podcast for the full hour. Don't vote for him this November.
Jimmy wants everyone to know that he's getting a business loan for his construction company, so I wonder what he's gonna do with it.
Weird flex, but okay.
That could also be the title.
Yeah, maybe.
Jimmy wants you to know that he's better than you. He's out here working 95 hours a week while you work a measly 40, you fucking peasant.
Jimmy fucking Vanderchuck.
Jimmy, we got to call him Jimmy Vaderchuck from now on.
Hey, by the way, that life coach making that much money a month, that's what I'm going to start doing. Life tips. $50 an hour.
Burns,
I'm
you
going to
can
be a professional ass eater.
It's like people that actually wanted to be a therapist but didn't want to go to school for it.
I need to go get me a burn barrel.
Bye.